Hi, this is Anna Choi, energy coach, and just wanted to share with you what the journey of energy mastery is. Like, what does that even mean to master your energy? So, what is energy? And the way I'm talking about it, it means life force, chi, prana. It's the thing that when someone passes away, you see the body goes limp, and that energy, that life force leaves. So, energy mastery is being able to feel, sense, move, and use that energy not only to replenish and harmonize your own energy field, electromagnetic field, but also to have the world become a better place and share and circulate that energy globally so that we all can become enlightened together and or realize rather, or remember who we are already. Now, energy mastery can look a lot of different ways as far as the path goes. So I'm going to talk about it from a physiological level, having been as a Tai Chi, yoga, Qigong energy master, and as well as a martial artist. Initially, when you start off, your body is numb. You can't really feel or sense energy. So when you do Qigong or any sort of feeling the energy, you don't necessarily feel anything. You're just making muscle movements, and it feels good. And there's those benefits. So first, you're kind of numb. You don't feel the energy. Then you start to feel the tingly energy. If you stimulate yourself, you can feel the energy, but you can't feel it like just flowing day to day. And once you start to feel the energy, usually during a class where you're being guided, then your hands and feet often get super cold. And that means that you're achieving water up, fire down circulation, which is where all that hot, stuffy energy of stress and using your head too much, being online, and then having a cold gut, maybe you have some gut health issues, that hot energy comes down during these exercises and movements, energy movements, so that you have a calm, cool head and you have a hot core and belly that fires you up and it circulates properly. So that's what I mean by water up, fire down. So once you do water up, fire down movements, then again, it's not like they have to get cold, but often you'll feel the cold, stagnant inner energy coming out through your hands and feet. I didn't believe all this when I first started, but then I've done it so much now. I'm like, yep, there's like this trajectory. And then after that, some people stop there or they don't even get to that stage. But I'm talking about physiologically. Then you get to the next third stage is you get hot all over. You're like on fire. And then the fourth stage is where your head cools down. And that is like you're water up, fire down. You have a calm, cool head that's empty up here and you feel weight and hot core energy down below. So you're very weighted. In martial arts, when you're gonna go do anything, you have, horse riding stance. It's a very strong pyramid-like core where your whole body and gravity comes down. And then it's empty on top and you're very fluid like the water up top. So it's the same principle. Martial arts, Tai Chi, all of it is a martial arts form as well, is based on this water up, fire down principle. And then the next stage after you've water up, fire down is you then can ascend to there's like a whole nother level I won't bother to talk about because sometimes it takes people a lifetime just to get to this stage all the time. Personally, I can get to water up, fire down within 20 minutes maybe of doing exercises. I haven't been able to be as consistent throughout the whole day and maintain that. That is what an energy master is able to do, is maintain that water up, fire down always. And that's just the foundation of the energy mastery journey, but a very critical one. And when you achieve that basic water up, fire down circulation consistently, automatically, you will have, if you have headaches, that'll clear out. If you have digestive issues, that'll clear out. Like basic health things will start to clear themselves up, injuries, all that stuff. It just, because your energy is circulating properly and it's not stuck anywhere. But aside from the health benefits and the strengthening benefits and the flexibility benefits, energetically, you're much more grounded and centered. For highly sensitive people or empaths, can sometimes feel like you absorb other people's negative energy, maybe when you watch a movie, something stimulating, or you extend your energy too far with others and you feel drained and scattered. So with energy mastery, you are able to have both. You can maintain your own space and healthy boundaries without having to protect yourself away from bad energy or toxic things. And then at the same time, you can connect and empathize. So initially, when people don't have facility with their energy, there's poor boundaries, and they're either dominating and pushing out, or they're absorbing too much. And so the only way they know how to respond is to either protect and make a bubble, avoid people, or to cut off, to feel safe. But all that's in fear energy. And with this love, healthy way of energy, anybody can be any way they are. You're not going to get impacted energetically, and it just flows through you. So you don't have to be a sponge, you don't have to be a shield or a wall. You can just be transparent, and it just flows through without sticking on you. That's a short version of the energy mastery path. Anyway, so that's what happens physiologically, and then I shared briefly on how it looks kind of more metaphysically. And then, okay, from the perspective of emotions, the energy mastery path looks, some people think it's going to look like this, like a linear path. The more you do, the better you get. Couldn't be farther from the truth. It is not an exponential curve either. No, it is a stock market curve, up and down, very volatile. And yes, there's an upward trend, but I think a better visual of the energy mastery path emotionally is like volatility that smooths out into smaller waves until you're able to be like in complete inner peace, no matter what chaos might be happening inside or out, no matter what circumstances are happening. You feel bliss, you feel peace, you feel joy anyway, regardless of circumstances. So that's how the emotional path could look. And then lastly, for a spiritual lens, how energy mastery is, it's basically the path of enlightenment. And what that can look like is so initially you'll be in total duality and separation and in reaction, which most of our brain is designed to do anyway, right? You've got the three parts of the brain stem, which is the survival brain, the reptile brain sometimes called, where thank goodness for it, right? Because it serves you in being able to run away from danger, but also in many automatic functions. And then you have the limbic system, or the feeling brain, and then you have the neocortex, and that's more of our thinking brain. So in enlightenment, you're able to transcend basically duality, and there's no more good or bad. So in general, being very broad stroked here, we're either craving and longing for the good stuff, or we have aversion or resisting the bad stuff. And whether it's the good or the bad, it's actually the same thing. Mostly though, we live life unconsciously reacting, unaware that we're reacting so much in life. And there's a lot of spiritual bypassing. Oh, I'm fine, but inside totally not, right? And what's tricky, I have found in my path, is also treating the things that I crave, that I want. A lot of these are healthy things, whether it's enlightenment or I crave, feeling bliss or things like that. That craving is the same thing as avoiding and resisting, just a different form on the other side. And so, again, the spiritual mastery path from a spiritual standpoint is going, if you can visualize this, it's being identified as your thoughts and emotions, and then separating out and seeing you're not your thoughts and emotions, and then, or your body or your actions. And then you realize you're actually back here, and you can observe it, these thoughts and emotions and all these automatic reactive things. And then you realize like you're one with it. Like even the witness ceases to exist. And what I mean by that is everything's one. So I can't speak, I've had just moments of this, and so I can't speak as an enlightened being, but my enlightened masters who are living, they describe it as like they don't have a choice. Like, they just feel bliss all the time. They don't have to deal with having constant triggers. Right up until you're enlightened, you're very hyper aware of, you can be the witness to everything and observe everything without getting stuck into it. But your thoughts are still reactive. And as I understand it, in the enlightened state, it's like you, your thoughts are actually all like pure and loving and all one at that point. So there's no threat. Like, if you see something that, you know, an enemy or someone you don't like there's no concept of that. Anyway, so the point is, you go from duality to oneness as lived, not as a concept or intellectual thought. So that's it. So there you have it, the spiritual mastery journey from a physical level, emotional level, and a spiritual level. A little bit I touched on the mental as well. Okay, I hope that was helpful to see and visualize. So where are you on your energy mastery journey? Are you even aware of it? Are you on the path? And if you are on the path, where do you want to end up? And when? In what time frame? In this lifetime? After you pass? Or have you been on the journey for a while? I'm here to guide you, so you can subscribe to this video to get more of this knowledge, and or take a look at our website. I'll put the link below. All right, thanks.